Hi, I'm Debra Atkinson, and this is Flipping 50, the place to reset, tune up, and prepare for your second and better half with the vitality and the energy that you want. In every episode, I answer questions from women just like you about what they're struggling with most, and I provide the solutions to what to eat, how to move, and your biggest time challenges so you can focus on the one or two key things that'll get you the most results in the least amount of time. Send me your question to flipping50tv.com. And if I choose your question for the show, I'll send you exclusive access to some gifts and goodies I'll tell you more about later, so stay tuned. And even if I don't choose your question for the show, you get immediate access to Muscles in Minutes. It's my guide for toning those hard to tone areas. Today's question comes from 58-year-old Julie, who writes, I'm a runner training for my second marathon. I know that strength training is important, and I do weight workouts 3 times a week, but I feel like I'm not very efficient with my strength training. How can I incorporate using heavy weights with my running? Julie, great question, and it's an exciting time to be asking because lately there's a lot of research that proves using heavy weight training and using interval training as opposed to just increasing more and more miles may be the better way to go, especially for a runner in their second half. But stay tuned if you're not a runner because heavy weight training and interval training can help you too. Julie, right now you said you're doing 30 to 35 miles a week of running, and that's gonna increase as your marathon training increases. Maybe. So in those of you listening at home who are non-marathon runners and not planning on it, stay tuned because you too need to listen to this. If you add high intensity training and you add interval training, it may not be a matter of having to add more and more miles to the point where you risk injury and you're just getting tired instead of getting better. And the same is true if you're on an elliptical trainer or your bike at home. It doesn't necessarily have to be more and more and more. It's just better. So we're going to talk about exactly how to make that happen in Muscles in Minutes.
If you're used to pounding the pavement out here and you come out and you've got days like this when it's blustery, fortunately, you don't have to do all your work out here. We're going to complement what you do out here with heavyweight training and with intervals. So back inside.
Julie, there's no one way to put your program together with your mileage, your strength training, and your intervals, but I'm gonna give you the workout schedule. So you've got a weekly plan to follow. So Julie, you're a runner. If you at home are not a runner, you're biking, you just need endurance for life. The secret to weight training and how it helps is with economy. So in running economy, that means you can run further, longer, and not feel or have any perception that it's that hard. You're just gonna get better at doing it. So a couple things you're gonna think about when we're doing lower body and upper body, in particular, exercises. First of all, let's start with the chest press. So you wanna focus on a heavy weight. So we're looking at something where you can do 15 times, no more than that, and maybe even 10 to 12 for power. Make sure that you're doing the same thing when you focus on bent over rows. So you're really in a bent over position and you've got your hips positioned back behind your heels, so you're really using your lower body for stability. Then when you get to shoulder press, you want to be careful that you have your elbows in really close to your body. And when we go to the floor for the Renegade row, it's a strong, tall plank focused on your core as well as your back muscles. Last but not least, biceps and triceps, super small muscle groups, but when you're running, they're gonna power your legs. So make sure you have great form through your torso while you're focused on those small muscle groups, and you'll really get the benefit of running economy or endurance, no matter what your sport is, including life. Now for your lower body, we're gonna start with a unilateral move, one-sided lunges, coming through just like a runner would. So think about the opposition with a leg and an arm and great core. We're gonna always come back to a squat. So remember, weights back on your heels. You've got your knees over your toes using your glutes. And then you're gonna come back into a single leg deadlift so that you're really firing those glutes that are gonna power you uphill all the way through your longest runs. We come right back to a squat. So again, weight on the heels, long, tall back. Keep the details in mind. Then you're gonna go to a farmer's walk. You wanna remember, you're gonna hold those weights on one side and then the other. So you've gotta be consciously aware of your core. You're gonna come right back into that squat. Keep that small arch to your lower back as you come up and down. Then we're gonna do box jumps. Right about the time you're really tired, hit that whole foot up on the box. And last but not least, you're gonna do hamstring curls using a ball, keeping your hips up, back tight, neck and shoulders relaxed with great form. So to really get the power benefit out of using heavy weight training, that's really gonna help with the running economy, make it feel easier no matter how much distance you're doing. You wanna fatigue between about 10 and about 15 repetitions. So Julie, for your running, as your mileage increases and you get closer to the race, you may find you have more fatigue and it doesn't take as much weight. So don't worry about comparing how much you did last week to how much you're gonna do this week. Fall within 10 to 15 repetition range to fatigue, and you'll always be doing the right thing for your body. In Minute Maid Meals, we're gonna talk about reducing inflammation that you're causing if you're exercising a lot and you're exercising consistently wanting great results. The key is decreasing the inflammation, refueling and replenishing those muscles so that you can have high quality workouts every single time. Here's how that looks. So if you've been watching the show, you know that I am a smoothie lover and a smoothie bowl lover. I want you to be thinking about some specific ingredients that you too can add to smoothies, whether it's for breakfast or it's pre and post exercise. If you're exercising regularly and you're giving it all you've got, you want to recover, because the sooner you recover, the more high quality every workout will be. And that's the idea. So it's really important that you get in, specifically, Julie, for you, pre and post exercise, whey protein. So a lot of times I'll tell you whey protein is not the thing you want unless you're exercising. And whey protein is a dairy product. So if you've not tested to know you tolerate dairy and you do just fine with it, you want to do that first before introducing it. But if you know you tolerate it and you need to recover because you're exercising regularly and hard and you want great results, whey protein pre and post exercise is awesome for helping supplement your muscles, give you the energy you need, take away any hunger you might have if it's been hours since your last meal, and you're gonna find that you have the get up and go and the muscle power you need for your next workout. So what you want, a simple protein shake before, if you're going in and it's been hours since a meal, and then after, make sure you've got a great shake of 25 to 30 grams of protein. So that means a scoop of your whey, for instance, chocolate or vanilla, both are yummy, and maybe a spoonful of any kind of nut butter, almond butter, cashew butter, sun butter would work also. So you can reach that quota by adding up your grams of protein. But then let's talk about anti-inflammation. Your joints and your muscles are gonna take a beating. So over the days and the weeks and the months building to your training, we wanna incorporate certain ingredients both into the shakes or into your salads and the rest of your meals. Blueberries and cherries, for instance, great sources in frozen fruits, easy to prepare. You can get them fresh too, but this is super convenient. Spinach, huge with antioxidants. Avocados are awesome for inflammation. Raw coconut, cacao powder, even gluten-free oats. Drop them either into a bowl of oatmeal, stir in your protein powder, or stir the oats into your smoothie or shake. And then there's cinnamon. Great anti-inflammatory. So you can shake that onto your oatmeal, you can put it in your smoothies or shake it into soups and chilies. And that's it. Pack your day full of all of these for reducing that inflammation and recovering much faster. Now it's time for an overnight success. Sleep and performance, they're related. So as your mileage goes up or the amount of exercise you're doing increases, it's crucial that your sleep also increases so that your performance stays high. It's gonna look like this. So the key flip of the day is trying to get better, not just tired. Julie, thanks for asking the question, and let me know what your time is, and let me see you crossing the finish line. So what's your question? Do you have a question about how to train right or fit it in? Send me your biggest challenge to flipping50tv.com. And if I choose your question for the show, you get exclusive access to the After 50 Fitness Formula for Women, my online course. You get a copy of You Still Got It, Girl, my book, and my friends at Anne Marie Skincare will send you a trio of full-size products you're gonna love. So even if I don't choose your question for the show, you're gonna get the access to Muscles in Minutes, the guide for toning those hard to tone areas. What are you waiting for? Let's start flipping 50 together.